Okay. Sorry for the delay if you're listening, watching, whatever. Okay, where was I? We were building engines. Lots and lots of engines. Thrusters. And they're about half done being initially assembled. All right. And just delayed here. Mini trash can. You're down. 16 more to go. Something like that. Oops. Spun around backwards. That reminds me, if you watched part 1, you saw me drill a hole to see if my micro crystal clear was still any good. And hang on one second, let me finish these two. And in order to drill holes in the crew area of this, put a light in it. Here's the hole we drilled. And I don't know if you can see it or not. That'll help any. But you can see the hole, and there is a film there now. So it did work. It's still working. It's just kind of thick. So I don't know if I'm going to pick up a new one or see if I can just make that one work. Uh, oops, forgot a piece. Snip him off. Throwing things around. Alright. Hey, look at that. It went right in. Almost like I planned it. Almost. Come on, computer. I hate using touchpads. Okay. Oh. Off with the glasses. On with the dorky visor. Mostly because I can't find my slightly less dorky visor. Go. I cannot see the chat, so if anybody does come in and says anything, I apologize. I can't see it with these on. Okay, one down. This is a very repetitive step. Can you hear my neighbors? Usually this apartment complex is pretty quiet, but every once in a while you can hear them talking in the hallway when they walk by. Oh, and I can hear my upstairs neighbor. Sounds like herd elephants sometimes. Look at that, 3 down, yay! Making progress. Everything's so blurry. I bought this because I was just looking for something different to do. I've done some Star Wars recently, an airplane. I just needed something a little different. I've got a big Star Trek project behind me ready to go when I'm up for it. Oh crap, I cut that off accidentally. That's alright. Cut that. There's supposed to be a little knob on there that I accidentally cut off. But that's alright, because when they go together, they'll be there. I could, if I wanted to, probably find it in here. Anybody see it? I'm actually not that concerned about it. I can make it work without it. Oh well. Alright, back to the... Whoa. Okay. Once I get these cut, I can glue them together. I can do the other. What is it? 6. The other thruster type, and go through, patch any of them that need it with some filler. I don't know how much I'm going to get done tonight. Let's see how long I feel like staying on to do this. I am thinking, contemplating throwing some LEDs into these on a switch so that I can turn them on and off. Make it sort of look like the thrusters are engaged. But I don't know. It seems like a lot of work. I'm not sure there'd be much reward for it. I'm also not sure how well it would look. It'd have to be small LEDs. I got some surface mounts, so I could probably jam them here or even into here. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm going to put this on a base and make it look like it has landed on them. So maybe having no lights in there would be fine, because it's going to be landed. And then, I don't know, maybe put, I haven't figured out what size base to put it on yet, because I'm not sure how big it's going to be with the legs and stuff yet. So what I may do on the base is put like the edge of a moon base. There's a couple interesting 50s artist concepts of a moon base out there. Could be interesting to do part of. Just as a what I should do is I am going to light the crew area to ball that sits up on top. If you saw the artwork, it's in this section. I am going to light it. I just haven't decided how. My normal route would be LEDs, but maybe fiber optics. I haven't used them before. That might be interesting to try. As a, I think this is an interesting model, but if the lights don't turn out right, it's not like the end of the world to me. It is just a model. I was debating between, when I was at the hobby shop, I was debating between this and the Space Clipper from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Either would have been cool, but I figured this one might make a better, slightly longer project, just because of the amount of parts. Clipper, I don't think, had many parts. Relatively speaking, the box says this is 220 some parts. So I think I'm using half of them on these thrusters. I'm used to talking while I do this stuff. It's weird. To be truthful, I'm not used to talking to people. It's weird. I guess I shouldn't say I'm not used to talking to people. I am used to talking to people, just, you know, like normal conversation when I actually see the person in front of me. God forbid I talk to someone on the phone. I hate talking on the phone. Oh my God, do I hate talking on the phone. I worked at a call center doing tech support for the cable company for too long, and it made me hate talking on the phone. Not that I was a big phone talker before that, but now I'm just like, no. If I don't know you and I'm not expecting you to call, you're going to a voicemail. Leave a message. I'll call you back when I want to talk, or give me your email address. Oh, phones are nasty. I hate phones. At work, I will sit there and if someone calls my line, if it's not an internal call, I will just stare at the phone. I do that with my cell phone too, especially if it's an unknown number. Yeah, those just get stared at. What was I talking about not liking talking to people. It's just weird sometimes. I don't get people. I don't get most people. My dad passed away. It will be a year ago this coming Sunday. That's lovely. And he was a lawyer before he retired. And so my uncle was still listed as the executor of his will because he hadn't changed it to me or my brother. And anyways, so my uncle was trying to figure out who to have help him there, with the legalities. And Dad being a lawyer, he went to my dad's former firm, it was my dad and his friend. And that friend's son, who happens to have the same name as me, same first name. And let me tell you, it was the first time I really dealt with someone on a fairly regular basis via phone that had the same first name as me. And it was so weird. It is so weird when either of us calls him and goes, "Hey Aaron, it's Aaron." And it's just like, God, I feel like I'm talking to myself. But fortunately, Aaron is really cool. Really easy to work with. Got things done quick. Quick is the legal system lets you do things anyway. But yeah, it was kind of weird talking to another Aaron. Alright, good. Sanding's done. I can take these damn things off. Go back to my glasses. Okay. Full of these. Got it. Ouch. Damn, I stabbed myself again. That's the ones like that have both sides. Okay. So put the thrusters together. These are the thrusters. Okay. There are a total of 18 of these. I did half of them on Saturday. Ow! They're round. Okay. Alright, there we go. I was concentrating on what I was doing. I'm just going to line these up in order. I don't think I have enough clamps to do them all. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have exactly how many I need. As you can see, there's a little gap. But you can't. There's a little gap in the seam between the two orange parts up here. That I'm going to have to fill in. It's not huge, but I have seen it, and it will now bother me until I fix it. Three down. 6 to go. If you heard that buzz, that was my ring doorbell telling me my neighbor walked past my door. How dare they? No, I really could just film myself do this. Then I gotta do editing. I would never get around to it, let's be honest. There's so much other stuff I would be doing. I get distracted too easily. Ooh, another one. Oh, that's 5. 4 left. Halfway there. Oh, am I really doing most of my work out of the camera shot? My bad. I'll try to be better. Here we go. I thought about using like small rubber bands, but with the shape, I was worried the rubber band would just roll down. I guess I could use the clamps at this end and rubber band at the round end. That would have made sense. I am not a smart man. Focus on the camera, just bounce. Sorry. I really gotta get a better camera if I. Truth be told, I have like a real. I have 2 DSLRs floating around. But until this weekend, I didn't have a way to mount them above my workspace. I technically do now. So I could bring one of them out and use it instead of this webcam I got going here. Might look a little better. Probably zoom in a little bit more so I can keep my hands down where they are right now. And you wouldn't have to see all this mess. I have a therapist. I recommend everybody get therapy just to, check. Just like getting your car checked, just because. But anyways, I have a therapist. She's really good. She's awesome. But she has pointed out that I have that tendency to put things down instead of putting them away. And I gotta work on that. Part of it, I think, is one, by myself. And two, not only do I live by myself, but I rent an apartment. So this place isn't really mine. I live here, but like it belongs to somebody else. So there's not that feeling of ownership. And I think that's part of why I just don't do the bare minimum. Yeah, is what it is. It's always been easier for me to put things away when I wasn't the only one living somewhere. Alright, last one. That's a bit more than I meant to put on. So if you weren't here for part one, my bottle of Tamiya Extra Thin Cement. It's not really Tamiya Extra Thin Cement. It is, in reality, Tamiya Airbrush Cleaner. Because the chemical mix is almost identical. And the airbrush cleaner is cheaper than the same amount of extra thin cement. And it does the same job. So, whatever, Tamiya, whatever you want to do, that's fine by me. Alright, so these are the other thrusters. There's two types of thrusters here. There are the main thrusters, and then there are, what are they called here? So main thrusters go on the next step, and then outer steering thrusters. That's what they're called. So that's what these are. These are the outer steering thrusters. There's 4 sets of 3. 1 set of 3 for each side of the square. I was getting all therapy there for a while. I'm sure no one wants to hear that. Alright, so that's all the thrusters off of there for this part. So put him in the box. Got one more. You know what I want to watch again? This is making me want to watch is Project Blue Book. I wonder if that's still available. Is it on Netflix or Hulu or something like that? I wonder if that's still available to watch. I already watched it once, but I'd watch it again. These ones do not have a knob at the top. Help get the vacuum out. last one got away down onto the carpeted floor, so get it with the vacuum later. Four. I have some ideas for some scratch building I want to do. I want to do something for my brother and sister-in-law. Are really into horror movies, ghosts. You know, for his birthday's in December. For his birthday one year, they went to. They went and stayed at the Stanley in Estes, Colorado. And then I want to say for her birthday, the next year, they went and stayed on the Queen Mary. So they're really into that kind of stuff. So I've been thinking of scratch building a model of their new house. It's been there, I don't know, 2 years now almost. I think. Yeah, I think it'll be 2 years in September. But I like to scale model of their house and have like little figures of horror movie icons just kind of hidden around. Maybe Freddy in an upstairs window and Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees standing behind a tree. Some tentacles like coming out of a window, a zombie crawling out of the garage. Just that kind of stuff randomly hidden around, just as a little decoration present for them. So that's something I have in mind. I don't think it would be that hard. I found the figures were easy to find for a 3D printer, and I do have a resin printer to print them off on. Oh, yeah, gotta shift positions there a little bit. Getting old. Gotta move around once in a while. They do have a printer to print those off on. Yeah, you know, you could provide a cool little present for them. I was going to do it last year or the year before. I had started thinking about doing it, but then Dad moved out here from back east. Oh, so now you know I'm out in the West. It's such a secret. But he moved out here and stayed with me until he passed away. So that kind of stuff got put on hold because I didn't really have, with him here, it's a one-bedroom apartment, and he kind of took over. There's a front room that's a, dining room kind of thing, but he kind of took that over as a second bedroom, and which is where I'm set up right now. So my space for doing this kind of stuff was kind of limited to my computer desk, which, I got a keyboard and mouse and speakers and all that stuff piled up on that desk already to use with my computer, so it just wasn't conducive to like a big project kind of thing. Be okay for doing little stuff, and it was. I did little stuff, but just not gonna work for this project I had in mind for doing their house as a haunted house, basically. And I'm torn. Do I want to try and finish it, get it done, and put together in time for Halloween and give it to them, which is about the time of their anniversary. They got married Halloween weekend, I think. When they got married. Not 100% sure, they just kind of eloped. And they were living together. But oh wow, that sounded like I was judging. Not at all. But they just kind of went one weekend. They showed up at our mom's for dinner with wedding rings like a week later. So, but I want to say it was right around Halloween. So I don't know if I want to build the house and try and get it done for Halloween, or if I want to do it for Christmas. I think I'll aim for Halloween, but Christmas will not be an unacceptable backup. That's a lot on that one. I hope it doesn't trim you off. Away. Usually when I'm shifting my position over here, putting my either crossing my leg or uncrossing. Every time I do that, I think of Nigel Ng's Uncle Roger character when he's reviewing cooking on his YouTube channel. His Uncle Roger. Oh my god! I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but it is hysterical. Not for children. Okay, these should be done. Oh, I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Oh, I've been at this an hour already. They look pretty lined up to me. One down. One. Ha 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 ha. Oh, come on. There we go. Two thrusters. Ha ha ha. Started listening to a new podcast this week. New to me, not new. Uh, been around for years. Called Science and Futurism with Isaac Arthur, and it's really cool. It's all about scientific-based futuristic ideas, how to colonize planets, galactic civilizations, and just really cool things. So if you're into that kind of science, or if you like writing science fiction kind of stuff, could be a cool thing to listen to. It's four. Two more. Two more. Let's see. Speaking of podcasts, what else do I listen to? I listen to Common Descent, which is another science one. This time, more paleontology, biology kind of podcast. I'm a bit of a nerd, in case you hadn't noticed. Let's get that out there. If there's any questions at all, I am indeed a nerd. I watched The Big Bang Theory from the first episode when it first aired to the last episode when it went off, and I continued watching with young Sheldon. Totally different kinds of shows. I enjoyed them both for different reasons. I know some people were not fans of The Big Bang Theory because of the way it portrayed geek culture. but as someone who's in that culture, suck it. I finally felt like there were people I could really relate to on TV. Um, and if you didn't feel that way, that's you know, there's nothing wrong with you feeling that way. I didn't feel that way. I felt like I could relate to them. And that's just, anyways, so give those a little bit to dry here. These are the rest of the thrusters that are already done. I need to find my filler. Where did I put it? It is in a tube. I'm going to be right over here looking in a box. Oh, that's rub and buff. Ah, there it is, right there. And go with it. One palette knife. Oh, where's the lid for this one? I don't know where the lid for this is. So, if you're ever shopping for anybody who's into hobbies like this and you don't know what to get them containers. Just any size. This is a good size. These are awesome for pins and stuff. I got Michaels, like 3 for $1. The big ones are like 1 for $1. They're awesome. These little, so mixing beads, but also these are like from the dollar store in the party section. Like a gazillion of them for $1. So what I want to do, put these in here. Oh, look at that, perfect. And have this here. Oh, I should put something down, but fuck it. Oops, drop the F-bomb, and now we're in. Alright, so let's see. So this is a 320. Let's just... I may not. Let's open this. I'm just gonna sand these. Where the fuck did the seam go? Okay. The other thing I may want to do is hit these with primer before I assemble it, just to see how it looks with paint on it. Because if these seams don't show up with paint on it, there's no point breaking the filler out and doing that. It's work that doesn't need to be done at that point. Why is my phone beeping at me? Hang on. No. Go away. Just stupid notifications. I wish this was a little bit thinner. Jesus Christ, another one. Stupid work emails. And I say stupid because it's junk mail to my work email address, not because it's. Yeah. He looks good. This will need some patching. Actually, let's try something here. Sorry, concentrating a little bit here. Forgot where my hands were. That's what he said. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. This seems to be working okay for most of the seams, which is what I expect. Where I expect there to be some problems is down at the bell. That one's but this see that? There's a right there. You can see along here. There's there's a gap. So, and what this is for? Little Mr. Hobby, Mr. White Putty. Uh-oh, nice. Okay. We got a bit of a dry spot there. Oh. Ow. God damn it, that hurt. We'll let that dry off. Don't need very much. So just patch this seam. Come on, stick. Alright, I'll leave him sit for a minute. Back on that. I do also have sprue glue. Could try using that for the next one. It might work a little better. It'll definitely stink a little more. Okay, so yeah, this is I've got about a half hour more and then I have to go. But let's see how many of these we can get done in a half an hour. I'm gonna say like 5 or 6, maybe. If we're lucky. Alright, that's not bad. This side, however, there's a clear gap. So we'll have to fill that in. Just tiny bit. Just right there. We'll hit that with the sand when it's dry. In a couple days, I'll get back to this. I know I said I was going to stick around for another half hour, but you know what? I don't think I am. I think I'm going to call it a night right now. I'm just going to let those two dry. I'm going to make sure they work. So, it's been fun. And I'll see you next time.